This video is about how men typically fall in love. I will explain the various ways men typically fall in love when they're dating or in a relationship with a woman. To find out more, please stay tuned to this video. Welcome to the SCG Show, the home of education entertainment, and please do me a favor, if you really enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. I believe men are simple creatures, despite what society and so on says. We can be monogamous and want a nice companion to settle down with, raise a couple of kids, grow old together. But yes, there are men out there who are happy with the bachelor life, who are also in loveless marriages, upset, who are hopelessly single, who are narcissists and players and toxic, who have no idea what they want, and who have been badly burnt, sometimes several times, in divorce. And when I mean burnt, I mean literally badly burnt. Years ago, there was a man who for the upteenth time got cheated on by his wife. Despite not wanting to, he filed for divorce, utterly heartbroken. He told everyone, "I'm never going to find love again. There will never be anyone like her. I've given up." And present day, I'm pleased to say he's married with 2 healthy, beautiful children. Him and his wife are one of the best couples I've ever seen. They're so happy. So what happened there? I thought he was never going to find love again. I thought he would never find anyone better than his ex. If you're a woman watching this trying to find out the secret sauce to make your man, or in fact any guy, fall in love with you, I'm sorry to disappoint you. There is no secret ingredient or way to make them love you. And when I say love, I'm talking about something genuine and meaningful. You could look like Kim Kardashian, but if he's not attracted to your soul, your mind, then he's not going to love you meaningfully. Whilst men need to be obviously attracted to their partners, and yes, women do too, us men do have feelings. We do matter. Our emotions matter too. In my humble opinion, men can typically fall in love over 4 separate things. Now, I'm basing this off experience and interviewing some of the happiest couples I know personally. Here are how men typically fall in love with a woman they're dating or in a relationship with. When a guy is appreciated for what he is, what he does, and respected by his partner, he will fall head over heels for her. As a man who left a narcissist who was toxic and so entitled, one of my biggest gripes was the lack of appreciation. Selfish and toxic people just want to take everything and give nothing back. I gave everything of myself to my ex and was never appreciated. I drove her everywhere, she didn't have a car. I planned almost everything, she did nothing. Almost paid for pretty much everything, she rarely even offered. I gave all of myself, she just took. There's nothing more emasculating than a woman who gives nothing back to a guy. I'll never forget when she couldn't even be bothered to buy me a birthday card. "Oh, I forgot," she said, laughing. She didn't care. Look, I get it. Equality, feminism, all that jazz. Which, I understand. You should not be kissing your man's feet. He's not better than you, and vice versa. But he does deserve appreciation sometimes. And if you're willing to give it to him, he's going to be in love with you. There's a man I know who was a leading doctor in his field, and in the height of the pandemic, was right on the front line. He worked silly hours, 7 days a week, unspeakable work. It was like he went to war. Yet his wife, despite her pain of not having him around, knew it was his duty. She never complained about his shifts. She supported him every night when he came home at the end of a shift traumatized, and cooked for him when he was tired and stood by his side throughout. One evening when he was finally off the front line, he came home to see she had written him a letter. "You are my hero," she wrote. "You are the most incredible man. I'm lucky to have you in my life. I adore and love you." He welled up and was so overwhelmed with the emotions. And I'm pleased to say the relationship is still going strong and they're expecting. Ladies, if you show admiration and respect and appreciation for your man, he will fall madly in love with you. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you are enjoying this video. This may be obvious, but if your man is unhappy when dating you, he will most likely not be in love with you. And worst of all, he will never truly and genuinely be in love with you from the offset. I know a woman who is a top divorce lawyer over here in the UK. And a lot of the clients she receives, believe it or not, are sometimes men filing for divorce. And she told me most men say something along the following lines: "She makes me feel unhappy. I'm miserable with my wife. My wife just doesn't make me happy. My marriage is so miserable, I'm upset." Here are some of the things that makes a man unhappy in a relationship: a severe lack of intimacy, no common interests, completely different life goals, financial goals, career goals, relationship and long-term goals, unrealistic standards, a complete lack of communication, constant bickering, disagreements, arguing and nagging, pushy and nosy in-laws. I could go on, but you get the drift. As a man myself who was in such a toxic relationship a few years back, I know exactly how it feels to be unhappy and sad. I remember when I was out for dinner with some mates without my ex, and they looked at me asking, "Do you reckon she's the one? You going to marry her?" I shrugged my shoulders, sighed, and I had no idea what to say. It was obvious from a mile off how unhappy and unsatisfied I was in that relationship. And in my humble opinion, most good quality men do not need much to be happy in love. Loyalty's up there, that's on both ends. Affection, for sure. And sharing common interests, mutual attraction, that could be so exciting. If a man is happy, he will fall desperately in love with that woman. If a guy can genuinely see a future with a woman and it excites him rather than fills him with dread, he's head over heels. My late dad advised me best: when you get that butterfly feeling in your stomach to think of marrying someone, you know it's meant to be. When I dated my ex who was toxic, the future never made me excited. It scared me. In fact, I was worried how much worse the arguments would get, how much worse the negativity would be, and how much more turmoil and toxicity and stress would happen. In contrast, if a man sits there with a smile as he looks ahead with his woman, no matter how daunting it may seem, he's in love. There's a guy I know who just knew he would spend the rest of his life with the woman of his dreams. He said to me, "I knew straight away, this is the woman I want, the woman I want to raise kids with, grow old together with." Look, I know what you're thinking. But most men don't want marriage or know what they want. They're confused. They're like adult kids, a waste of time. I can assure you a good, quality, high-value man wants to spend his future with the right woman. Now, let me be clear. He wants you to be part of his life, not you become his life and journey. There are men who give up as they have their futures burnt by marrying the wrong person, and they take their money, their kids, etc. Another guy I know got so unlucky with marrying a woman who sadly cheated on him and took him for everything he had financially. But fast forward 15 years later, he's been happily married again since. He makes 5 times what he did before in a new business and has a beautiful, loving new family. He said, "I married young, dumb and reckless, and I never saw a future with that ex. But with this new wife of 10 years plus, I knew from the get-go it was meant to be." You're never going to be good enough for the wrong person. This is a fact for guys and girls. But if he's happily planning your future together, he sees it, he's going to fall in love with you even more. Lastly, if you're best friends, and I'm serious about this, your man is going to love you like nobody else. When I was a teenager, way before social media and so on, it would be exceedingly rare to find a woman who was into the nerdy, geeky stuff I was into. Example, gaming, Star Wars, Marvel, those mainstream, anime, etc. But thanks to the internet, conventions, forums, so on, more and more people are meeting like-minded individuals who happen to share those very same passions, interests, nostalgic things that you like. And like I said, if you and her are best friends, he's going to adore you. There is a couple I know who, I'm not exaggerating, are the absolute best of friends and are so incredibly in love with one another. They share so many common interests and talk all hours about their hobbies and, of course, about their relationship as well. He regularly shares new interests he discovers, as does she. They are so in love, it's like something out of a fairy tale. We are friends and lovers, they say. And let's be honest, what more could you possibly ask for? So once again, if you are best of friends, you can have other friends for sure, but your best friend is him and her, he's going to fall in love with you like it's going to be unbelievable. You got to trust me on that. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, here's some more content you might be interested in.